Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are across this great wide world of ours. I wanted to do a quick video today or this evening, and what I wanted to discuss was the use of, or not to use, but necessarily, as many of you know, I just finished a certificate in environmental energy law. But one of my interests, and it's been one of my great is the water quality. Many of you know, I did my thesis was on COVID, the impact COVID had on Native American reservations. The other thing I did was a book that is still available online, Drought on the reservations. As I'm starting to. I just finished a piece which I'm going to work on tomorrow and then probably get it published. I do have it published on a few sites, and sorry about the movement around there. But the thing about that one is was on the the effect that what we're doing with oil fracking, excuse me, unconventional, unconventional oil drilling or fracking as well can have an impact on groundwater, especially in areas in the plains and the lower plains. If somehow the water got uh, polluted and the possibility of displacement. And I was talking to a colleague today, and I was talking about how I want to start this nonprofit, and I was doing some paperwork this evening too. And the point is, when we think about this, the world is made up of 75% water, but about approximately about 1.5% is available for drinking water. And this should alarm people to the fact that uh, the price, oil, when we talk about natural resources, we talk about, uh, the peak of oil occurred in the 1970s or early 1970s. Uh, coal coal production increased and then decreased because of the pollution. But one of the, and I shouldn't laugh about it, but one of the things that is critical for agricultural and as well as life on this planet is water. And when you think that only 1.5% is available for clean drinking and safe water right now, we're getting to the point where, you can see uh, companies like Nestle, for instance, and a few of the other corporations, I believe, Pepsi and all this is doing the mineral water and all the other waters and they're putting it in plastic containers. And I'll briefly touch on that. Is just that that's not really environmentally friendly. But the point is, they're marketing it, and just like gas, there'll come a point where we'll reach production or peak production on water. I don't think it's going to happen within my lifetime, but believe in the next 40 or 50 years, there's going to be a crisis on clean and safe drinking water. And this is one reason I'm creating this um, nonprofit, because when I was studying this and reading about appropriations and compact laws, especially out west, um, where we're talking more south, like the American Southwest, where we get temperatures in the summer months 190 degrees, and we got dams that are, you know, below level. That water um, could could easily be gone, or if one gets tainted, or an area of groundwater gets tainted, or somehow gets unusable for some reason, then we'll have an impact on populations and growth of populations. For instance, if we hit a Colorado River somehow got water got not be able to use as drinking water, then we would have a crisis, especially when we get into Arizona, parts of Las Vegas, who count on drinking water. And part of this as well is recreational use too. Hoover Dam, Canyon Dam. So if we cannot even use this water, and I call that surface water, not necessarily drinking water, but if the issue becomes use with the regular water like that, then we run into the case of, what are we going to do with water? And I had to adjust that a little bit. Then the issue becomes we need to make the changes. And this is one reason that I'm doing this and I'm going to start making videos. I know my thing says positive vibes and I can't change it, but that's part of the positive vibes is that we need to have a clean and reliable water source. And necessarily we need to get away from plastic bottles of water too. You can go into any store like Kroger's or Walmart or Myers, and you'll see water being packaged in 24 pack, wrapped in plastic, and then in plastic containers, which to me is not environmentally friendly because what do we do with plastic? So the thing with that is that some use of that should be put in either we're going to have to create cost on this because of the fact, uh, for instance, I got a British system because I'm just not thinking as an environmental person that's concerned about the environment, plastic, and we have issues with plastic in the oceans, then this needs to become a critical issue too because once we uh, obtain a water source, that just can lower our availability. And there again, goes back with the same similarity between uh, fossil fuels and that, like I said, once we reach peak, then, supply and demand, and, people need water. It's not like people can, still need oil, but it's part of the natural resources. And in this whole mentality lately about natural resources, and one of the big keys to me is right now is just no one's paying attention to the natural resource of water itself. So anyway, these are just some food for thoughts. I'll probably do another video on this tomorrow because it usually changes about how I want to do anything. But if you want to, you know, uh, help the cause, I will have my uh, website. Eventually, I'm getting a friend once I get together, come up with. But you can reach out to my site and donate to Saving Clean Water. The organization is going to be called North America Safe and Clean Water. And I will also have an email with that. And like I said, the company eventually is going to be based out of Arizona. The way I'm looking right now, it'll be on the east side of Phoenix. I was looking at rental property, and I think that's more the laws, though I plan on expanding the company into doing education, which is really the priority of it, is teaching younger children or even adults or even communities that number one, conserve water, and number two, the value of water, and number three, how we can participate and make water that more enjoyable for all of us. So anyway, please like and subscribe to my channel, YouTube channel, but also please help and donate to my cause for North America for safe and clean water. Thanks. Have a great day.